Now that my configurations are all working correctly, I want to double check for any interferences. First, I'm going to hide this part by clicking on it and selecting Hide Part. I can see there's interference here, but there might be other interferences I'm missing. So I'm going to go to the Evaluate tab, select Interference Detection, and I'm going to tell it to create a folder with fasteners and to ignore the hidden body. Fasteners will automatically have interference because the outside diameter of the thread is larger than the hole size, so they can be ignored. Next, I'll select Calculate, and it tells me I have several interferences. So I'll hover over it, and here I can see there's 0.22 millimeters or 220 microns interference there. Here, down here is a really small interference shown in red, and the same on the other side. A 2 micron interference, almost negligible. When we chamfer this part, that'll likely go away, but regardless, I want to fix it so I no longer have these interferences. The one on the top is definitely large, so I'm going to cancel the interference detection. I have two options here. I can edit the length of this feature, or I can edit the thickness here. I'm going to edit the thickness here. To do that, I'm going to select my part, and I'm going to edit the part. I'll expand it in the feature tree, and this thickness is controlled by the shell. So I'll edit the shell, and I'm going to turn on the multi-thickness setting by clicking here and telling it I would like the top part to have a different thickness than the rest. I've already calculated out the feature size I need, so I'm going to change this to 4.28, and I'm going to tell it to make it this thickness in all configurations. I'll accept that, and I'll stop editing my part, and I'll check it again. First, I'll go to the Measure tool and verify that this thickness was changed to 4.28, and it was. The other thing I'm going to do is I'll do a cross section through the middle of this just to visually check it. And to do that cross section, I'll find a plane that goes through the middle of my part. I'm going to select the section view, and I'll accept that. If I zoom in, I can see there's plenty of clearance up top, but because of where I've sectioned this fastener, there may or may not be proper clearance here where the radius could touch this edge. So I'll turn the section view off. And I'm going to go back again and do the interference detection. I'll tell it to calculate. And once again, I still have the tiny bit of interference here, which I can ignore. So I could select it and tell it to ignore it in future references. But instead, I'm going to close this. Sometimes when you change a part thickness like this, I'll collapse this. The original mate, the first one we made, the coincidence of these two faces, it may be broken because this face has changed and SolidWorks may not know what face to reattach the mate to. In that case, I would edit this mate. If the mate had a warning, one of these two faces wouldn't work. So I could right click on the one that's missing and delete it and then reestablish it to here. And that would fix this mate. But what I really want to do here is I don't want this coincident mate anymore. I want to recenter this part in the slot through the part thickness. So I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to delete this mate. So I'll right click on it, select delete, say yes, go back to the assembly ribbon, into mates, into advanced mates, and I'm going to use the width mate again. For my width selections, I'll use this face and this face, and for my tab, I'll zoom in, I'll choose this face, and I'll have to zoom right in and grab this face. I'll accept that, close my mate window, and that will recenter the part. So once again, I'll go back to the Evaluate, Interference Detection, and recalculate it, and now I'm good. It did create a folder for fasteners, and again, we're not concerned with that. I can see, yes, the fasteners interfere. I'll close the interference detection. I'll save my work and continue on from there.